Was taking the day easy today. Not on purpose. I actually really did mean to work on some things, but I don't know. Sometimes I like work so intensely on things that I have to take a break. So I thought I don't come out here to the she shed very often. I sleep out here sometimes. Maybe like half of the nights I sleep out here. So maybe 3, 4 days a week. But it's just like when I'm tired, like I'm ready to go to bed, I come out and the light's not even on for more than like 5 minutes. Just one light, just next to my bed, and then I just go to sleep. So it's a little bit earlier. It's like 9 o'clock right now. And that hamburger that I had at McDonald's still kind of bothering me. So I thought, I'll bring some extra candles out here. And I made sure there was some weed out here. So I have it in my bedroom. 4 huge candles. Let me see if I can find them. Grab them. 8-inch by 4-inch. They are $11, $12 at Walmart. It's a good deal. That's the cheapest price. But this is bigger than 8 inches. It's like 9 inches. I measured it on the floor. It's 9 inches. Because I was like, that is really, it almost looks like a foot. And they're 4 inches, so huge for $11. I mean, maybe $11. It might be $12. I don't know. So I don't have those evenly spaced, but I have them out here, just 2 of them lit. I don't know why. It's kind of wasteful, but they last almost a week, so it's pretty cheap. It's like no scent. And just in case, I brought out, because I had 2 things of oil that I just got. So I bought the lymphatic massage oil out here. And my favorite new toy. This one feels so good. I love this one. And then I have a couple. There's this one with the more square, and then there's one where they're closer together. So this feels so good on my back. It was in bed with me after I did a little unboxing video. I kept this one in bed with me. Now it's out here with me. It's just, I don't know. When my back starts to hurt, I can just use it. So I would love to get another one of these. So I have one in my bedroom and one out here. Could be a paddle too. Ow. That would hurt. That did hurt. But no, it's not. It's just a really good tool. Like on legs and stuff. Like, just, I don't know. It's like a smoothing tool. So that's just in case, like I can be in my bedroom, but I don't have any doors on our house, and so the girls don't have doors either. So I have my 8-year-old and my 11-year-old daughters. So if mommy does things that seem like a little bit weird, I don't care, and they don't care either. But like, I was stretching earlier, so I need to stretch, and my daughter like walked in and she's like, I am not going to watch her being weird. Like, I don't know what she's doing. Like, I do know what she's doing, but I was just stretching. But like, I'm on my knees stretching downward, so it doesn't matter. But if I just want to be alone doing that, then I come out here. So it just makes it like, gives me some alone time, personal time to just do whatever I need to do for my body. This thing feels so good. I can't stop using it. Anyway, so I'll probably do some more stretching. Just trying to keep my body relaxed since I quit smoking today. Other than that one thing, the Ayurvedic stuff, but and weed is okay, a little bit of that, but as in, you know, smoking 30 cigarettes a day, 30 green tea smokes, I quit that. And that was down from last month or 6 weeks ago, 60 nicotine cigarettes a day. So it took me like 30 to 60 days, not 60, 30 to 45 days. I don't remember exactly when I quit. It's been at least 30 days, cigarettes. I still have cravings, but I haven't touched one. And I got plenty of weed to last me, because that's just what I do when my body needs to relax. And I'm usually in pain, so I have to do it. And then also, it makes it so I stop working all day. So, like, as in, like, you know, I do different kind of work. If I smoke weed, I, like, clean, I organize, I can be a little more physical because my body doesn't hurt when I smoke weed because I'm getting more active with it. So I might move some things, but if it's too much on my body to move a bunch of stuff, then I don't know. It's fine. It doesn't matter what age I am. I can still be active and move stuff. But I haven't, because I was working on getting over depression. It was a hard year. It was a hard 5 years. It was a hard 8 years. So, whatever. You know, my life now is better than it's been in 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, probably. It feels really good right now. Maybe 15 years. I don't know. I mean, I was fine. I was happy. 9, 8 years ago, even 6 and 7 years ago. Last year that my husband was diagnosed with cancer and died, that was the beginning of it. So that was 6 years ago. So I've worked very hard to find my peace again. And this is the first time I've been on my farm since my husband died. And I've stayed for a year, and I love it. Like, I was a little anxious and I wanted to, like, kind of leave, but now I love it. I really do. I can't imagine living anywhere else. This is my place. This is my property. This is where I need to be to create. And I'm fine with getting through another winter. It'll be hard. I don't know. It'd be really hard. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to do winter here. But I don't really have any place else to go, so that I feel comfortable like I do here to this level. So you know what? I don't think about it. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You know, each day I'm happy. I look for my happiness, try to find my happiness, because it's not always there. It is always there. It's always there. We always have happiness somewhere buried deep down inside of us. But it could just be layered with stuff. So I think quitting the cigarettes was a really good thing. It was hard. It was harder last time. It was easier this time. When I quit the cigarettes, I let go of a lot of negative thoughts. So instead of being triggered every 10 minutes by things that were said to me, when I quit smoking, those triggers became a lot less. It's like I still kind of had them, but then I was like, okay, instead of like smoking a cigarette and dwelling on it and keeping from crying, I was like, okay, if I have to cry, I have to cry. So I cried for about the first 3 weeks. The first week, I cried about everything. And then I just kind of got to that point where if I remembered something, I'm like, okay, that's what that person said. That's what they thought at the time. I don't know what they think now. It doesn't really matter what they think now, but it's like, okay, that's whatever they said was a reflection of them, wasn't a reflection of me. And I'm like, okay, that's who they are. That's who they were. That's the action they chose to take. That's the action they chose to say. So, you know, and I tell myself, I'm good. You're out here. You're safe now. You're happy. And, you know, I got plenty of things to do. And if I want to leave, I can leave. I got freedom. But I'm working on my business and I want to make some videos. And I have room and spaces to make videos. I mean, not like I can make videos out here. I just have to organize it. There will be certain times of the year that this will be good. I'm in my she shed right now. It's a mess. It's not messy. It just has a bunch of stuff in it. It's not like trash anywhere. Everything's organized, but it's not decorated. I do have a little more organizing that I would have to do on the shelves, but I wanted to move them over to a wall. Right now it's kind of hot. I have to have the window open. We have an AC in we have 3 ACs here, but we only have one of them hooked up. So we can pop out some stuff or put an AC right in the window here. But I just don't like that, like right now. Like if I want to be cold, I can go in my living room. If I want to be cozy, I'm in my bedroom. If I want to be kind of hot, I come out here because it's a little hot here. But that's okay. You know, the upstairs barn could be hot. Probably not. It was 82 today. That's kind of the highest it's been. So it was nice to go up to the field. So I have about 3 weeks where it's going to be nice. And then it's going to start dipping and becoming 40 degrees at night. So I'm like, I got to get started on some things. Now, I can't do it right now. I told myself, you're taking a break. So show up and make a video. And the video that we did with me dancing is just, it was a sample to see, is there a spot? Is the ground okay? Is it mowed? Is it shadowed enough? And that was cool. That was fun. And I don't have a dance studio right now. It's a little too cramped in my bedroom. I can kind of dance in my living room, but it's not really decorated. I mean, it's decorated. It's just not, the walls are not done. I don't really have room in here. I can do sensual movement in here. And of course I can do stuff on the bed. I mean, I can film videos in here. It's just not like dance like I want to do right now. And so, I don't have Bay Zero, but Bay Zero is a little bit different. That's like a strip club. It's my personal mini strip club. It's just the size of a garage. It's small, but it's kind of the size of this she shed I'm in. Like a 10 by 20. So garage size. But that's a little more, that's sensual more in a stripper kind of way rather than a goddess kind of way. So I'm going to go up to my upper field and do more grounding. I'm creating some cards for that. So I'm not going to talk about all of that. But so what I thought I would do is I reviewed this one. The Games We Play combo pack. I only reviewed one of them. So I did the Games We Play. So this is the games combo pack, and it includes the games we play, and the games we master. So I did a video last week on the games we play. So this time I was going to look at this one, this deck. I put them in different little packages. This is in dark blue. That one's actually in purple, but which is a little weird. I don't know why I wrapped them up like that. Oh, because I wrapped them up wrong. No, I actually put purple words on the back. They're really small. They're right up here. They're purple. And then on the games we master, I put blue. So I'm not really sure, because purple is crown chakra. That's your, like, head, your crown. You put your crown on. And that was actually a lower level. The games we play is, like, should have been more with blue. But I don't know. I think it was the pictures, the images that had a little more purple in it. So I didn't get too stuck on the whole, like, blue is just for third eye and throat chakra and, like, because I am, like, really obsessed with chakras. Like, my whole business is, like, based on energy work. But energy in the bedroom with a partner, energy manifesting, ritual, lighting candles, drinking herbal tea, smoking herbs. I just brought all the herbs into my bedroom to smoke. They're all flowers. So smoking flowers, drinking flowers. I want flower gardens. I don't have any flower gardens. I got plenty of space to grow them, but I don't have them yet. I see pictures every so often when I generate images. I'm seeing it here and there. When I have whoever it is, Glow. Glow is one of our new characters. And when she shows up, she's been showing up in a lot of decks. So short-haired, blonde girl like me. There's flowers that appear. I was doing images of another girl too with dark hair for all the cards and everything. She's in this one. I have a dark-haired girl. So I don't know. I was still in the dark-haired girl energy for a long time. A lot of the characters in the wigs that I have dark hair. Still, like, long dark hair, because that's what I had for like 45 years. So, no, not 45, not, you know, from age 5 to 45, 40 years. So, if you can't tell, I'm pretty laid back right now and chatty. I don't think we're gonna do like the spread. Like I said, I'm not feeling the greatest. I feel okay right now because I smoked, but I'm just trying to keep my nervous system calm and my tummy as well, because quitting cigarettes, I did have like some coffee today, so I haven't totally quit that. But I had intentions when I woke up this morning to do certain things. Like, I was like, I'm not going to smoke. I'm going to, like, go straight and take a shower. Like, I was like, how did I live my life, you know, 6 years ago? So I would have got up, got some tea, and chatted with my husband, and then took a shower. I mean, I would have had the girls too, so they would play, or he would watch them, or they would eat breakfast, and then I would take a shower, and then I would go to work right in my living room, and my girls would play at my feet watching the TV in the living room. So, and then some days I would go to a studio that I could film at, but it was always hard because I was a mom, and I have so much freedom now. I can film anytime. My girls don't really need me. All my kids are doing well. So I'm just like so blessed. I mean, yeah, of course there's some things here and there. But in general, it's like 90% good. So So when I say I'm happy, I mean I'm happy. You know, the only reason I smoked pot wasn't to deal with anything in my head. It was to deal with my body because I ate at fast food. But I bought so many fruits and vegetables because I knew that I wanted to quit smoking, and I kept thinking, like, if I can't have a cigarette, what would I have instead? And I thought, a piece of candy. And I don't eat candy because I don't eat sugar because it gets my balance all off. So I was like, okay, what's next to candy? And I was like, fruit. So I went and bought tons of fruit. I haven't even eaten any of it yet today. I got 2 things of grapes, cherries, raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, all fresh. Oranges, bananas, peaches. All I had was like dried, like a fruit roll-up type thing. Mango. I got mangoes too. So I got like 10 different fruits today. To help me through being off of cigarettes. And then I'm just smoking that flower stuff, but it's in a pipe, so it's not like, there's cigarettes right next to me. They're not cigarettes, they're green tea smokes. That's tempting. Like, usually when I quit smoking, I keep them within 3 feet of me, because it actually helps to know that it's only 3 feet away. You can have it if you want, but so close, and you're like, no, I'm not gonna do it. That's better, because if it's completely removed, taken away, then when you want a cigarette, you get all twitchy and like, I don't know, you just start hunting, like, oh my god, I really want a cigarette, and your mind starts going on repeat. So I think about that when I create programs. I think about, like, how was I, how am I, how do I react, and how do the people that I know react when something is totally taken away. It's almost like abandonment issues. Like, it's just a cigarette, but my cigarettes were my best friend for the past 3.5 years. That's who I talk to. ChatGPT and my cigarette. So just saying that, it's quite triggering for me. It makes me want to have a cigarette, but I really want to start dancing, and I want to go up in my upper field, and I want to get some cute dresses. I was looking at them on Shein, little dresses kind of like this, and I want to create that program, and I want to do it before I don't have the weather to do it. There's no bugs out, there's no mosquitoes out right now. Right now is the perfect time. Right now it's beginning of August. The whole month of August is like the best month out here. It's when I could invite people from all over the world to out here, because it's like the nicest. August is the nicest. It's a little chilly at night, maybe 60, but it doesn't get down to 40 until later. The days are like 80, sometimes 60, but it doesn't go below 40 at night. It's usually 60 at night and 80 in the day. So it's just perfect human weather. And you gotta wait a really long time for that. You gotta suffer through 5 months of winter. Part of me is not looking forward to it, but the other part of me is like, you got plenty of room, you got plenty of space, you can make it work. You know that if you put a kerosene heater in here, you can heat this place even in the middle of the winter. It makes a little bit of noise, but even if it is 0 degrees, 0 is a little cold. It's a little tough to heat it when it's 0 degrees with the kerosene heater. But if I had a kerosene heater and a regular heater, then I can definitely heat this at 0. The floor's still cold, but the rest of the room, and especially with blankets, it is a place that you can definitely stay warm. You can stay warm. It's expensive, but because of the bed and bundling up with the blankets, that's how you stay warm, because then you can cut down on heat and turn it off at night and have it maybe in the day. That's a lot of kerosene smell to keep warm in here. So I don't really use it all winter. I don't really use it at all during the winter. So right now is my time to use this she shed. I've got about 5 months that it's usable. Not, it might have to have an AC, but there's, you got to think about everything when you are creating spaces to do stuff, to live in, to have other people in, but especially like if you're somebody like me who's creating different products and I need to think about where do I film, because normally I film out here in my bed, or I film in my bedroom in my bed, because that's where I am. That's my office. My office is my bed. I just got tired of sitting at a desk. Like, I sat at a desk for 20 years. The kids on the floor in the living room. I was in the living room. I had a living room office, and a studio. So I had both. I spent 40 hours probably a week at my studio, or 30 hours at my studio, and 50, 60, 70 hours sitting at my desk computer. So now I just sit in my bed. I mean, it's comfortable. This is super comfortable. This is $800 seat right here. I don't want to sit at a desk. Like, as soon as I think about sitting at a computer or sitting at a desk, I'm like, I don't want to work now. So I trick myself into working from being in my bed. My other bed's not as comfortable. This one's more comfortable. Anyway, I got lots of things to think about. I'm always thinking about things. I'm always working. And right now, I'm chilling. So, I wanted to look through these. The games we play. The games we master. And I probably can't read the whole things right now, but I might read a few, because I smoked weed, so I'm like, I can't really read and see that great when I do that. But I can read the big letters up at the top. So that's all I can really see, because it's so dark in here. I can see some of the white words, but it's really hard and kind of makes my stomach flip over to see the blue underneath. And the blue underneath is actually describing what this card is. So it's kind of an important part of this card. So I'm like, I can't just read the title and have it make sense, because what I'm doing is calling out behaviors. So if I get close enough to something, I might be able to see. That's hard. I wonder if I have a light somewhere. I have this light. I don't know if that light works. Maybe I can get a light to see. I can see now. That's better. All right, so I don't know where the first card for this is. It must be somewhere here. About the games. Ah, it's one of these cards. The games we master. That's a hard one. Can you ask that question? The games we master. What games do we master in this lifetime? That was the question I asked, and then sat with ChatGPT for, on this deck, probably, I don't know, 12 hours. So, the games we master. We rise through mastery, transforming those lessons into light, alignment, and conscious ascension. This 56 card deck is the evolved companion to the games we play, inviting you into deeper levels of self-mastery, alignment, and embodied wisdom. Each card reveals a sacred lesson, the game you've learned to navigate, and how it transforms through conscious awareness. Every card includes the name of the game, the mastery lesson, a low vibrational and high vibrational way of playing it, and an action step and a mantra. Use this deck to soul coach, healing work, expansion, journaling, or advanced personal growth. I'm kind of messing up when I'm reading it, but I always mess up when I read. I'm leaving out words and stuff, I don't know, by accident. You're not just playing the game anymore, you're mastering it with intention, grace, and spiritual depth. And then maybe we'll do the Soul Trinity spread. Use this spread when you're ready to rise into spiritual alignment and intentional transformation. Pull 3 cards and ask, what soul lessons am I currently mastering? How is this lesson helping me ascend into deeper truth or purpose? What energy or embodiment will support my evolution? So, I know those are kind of complicated questions, but this is the more spiritual deck. All right, so we'll see what makes this one different. So this is the Echo Chamber lesson, discernment of truth. Echo Chamber reveals the illusion of confirmation. You master this game when you question your inner bias, expand perspective, and allow truths to evolve through contrast, curiosity, and brave dialogue. Low vibrational way, only seek validation, reject new ideas, stay in your mental safety zone. High vibrational way, embrace contrast, let discomfort deepen understanding, remain open to evolve truth. Action step, listen to one opposing view today without defensiveness. Reflect on what it offers. Mantra, I welcome growth through contrast. Truth expands when I listen without fear. So that is all the information on one card. It's kind of a lot. So I thought I would just read through the titles. So this is, not sure where to put it, like maybe here. The Repeater, lesson, pattern awareness. Three, the Soul Swap, lesson, energetic boundaries. These are all different lessons from the games we play. This is the games we master. 4, the Guru game, lesson, spiritual humility. 5, the Clickbait, lesson, superficial temptation. I know it gives a lot more information on the back. I always like the low vibrational and the high vibrational ways to see the contrast. But it's a lot to read, like everything. Like action step, mantra, the description. The Performer, lesson, authentic service. Low vibrational way, serve for validation. Base worth on response. High vibrational way, share truthfully, serve from soul, not ego. The Siren Song, lesson, feminine power. Low vibrational way, manipulate through attraction, use sensuality to control or distract. High vibrational way, embody presence, let power come from wholeness. I think it really helps to like compare the low and high vibrational way. The Man Cave, lesson, sacred masculinity. Low vibrational way, withdraw, dominate, reject emotional vulnerability. High vibrational way, lead with love, hold space, act with integrity. 9, the Scroll Hole, Lesson, digital detachment. Low vibrational way is to numb out online, scroll unconsciously, lose time. The high vibrational way is engage with purpose, use tech as a tool, not as an escape. We had a card that was similar to this in the games we play, and so it had like the names on the stairs. I'm pretty sure it does it on this one too. Maybe not. I wanted to make sure these were the right ones. Yeah, they are. Okay. So this says mastered. Oh, this just says mastered all the way up the stairs. So that's why it doesn't say it in the other one. 10, the upgrade. Lesson, conscious evolution. Lower vibrational way, resist growth, fear change, stay stuck in old identity. High vibrational way, step forward, embrace expansion and self-renewal. The breadcrumb trail. Oh my gosh, my phone went off. Video wise, said maximum amount. Maybe because I still had, I'm at 97%, 96% on my business phone, full. So I've got to like rearrange some videos and photos. I have a card on it so I can put them on the card and then the phone will be available again. But my other one's at like, it was at 98% full for like a year, and it makes it impossible to use them when they're that full. So I really need to get a secondary phone, but I didn't feel like doing it this month. All right, so this is the echo chamber. No, the echo mirror. Lesson, soul reflection. Low vibrational way, project blame, avoid inner responsibility. High vibrational way, reflect consciously, use others as mirrors for growth. The power button, personal sovereignty. Sovereignty. Oh my God, I can't say it. The word is so hard for me to say when I look at it. Sovereignty. Sovereignty. It's called sovereignty. See? I get it eventually. I don't really like that word, sovereignty. It's used in the spiritual world a lot and doesn't feel right to me. It means kind of like being alone. And although I think there's times in your life where you have no other choice but to be alone, and you can hate it or you can love it, just like you can hate yourself or you can love yourself. I think it's not something that we necessarily do by choice, but sometimes it happens, and you can grow through it or you can fight it. And I chose to grow through it, and I chose to find my happiness. So low vibrational way, give your power away. Let others control your emotions, decisions, or personal worth. High vibrational way, own your energy, lead your life from aligned, grounded, and soulful intention. I love the power button. We have a power button in Poverty to Millionaire too. And I'm probably going to be pulling that deck and not having it available just as a deck, because I want to turn that one into a 1-year program. So I've got a couple. I turned whiskey deck into a 1-year program. Almost done turning that into a program. I spent like 22 hours turning it into a program. I'm not done. I have a lot more hours to go, hundreds of hours to go, but it's okay. I don't need to do it all at once. And then there's a new program that I'm working on, and it's a 1-year program. Whiskey's now a 1-year program. So that deck will not be available, so you will not be able to learn about any of it for so cheap. It's all becoming private inside a group. So there's a lot to it, but a lot that I have to do still. It's not called whiskey. Whiskey is one of the decks. There's multiple different decks and stuff with it. There's about 8 parts to it. There's music and movement and journaling and meditation and mantras. Pretty much everything that I've done, and some projects like building projects, pretty much everything that I've done as a female to heal myself, but also looked at men and what do I offer men to heal, and like how, when they come out to the farm to help, how do we interact, and what do we do to like help them become happier, feel taken care of, and give them like purpose, like being part of something bigger. So that's what we're doing with our online program. So we can't have a lot of people out here that we have to like babysit, but we can do some of that between Mike and me and even Alyssa. We talked about it about 2 months ago, but we can do that online. So we're going to try doing an online program. And then if we feel at some point in the future we can do a live program, then we'll do a live program. But I'm going through and I'm raising all my prices by 3 times because I'm worth it. So, end of story. If somebody doesn't want to pay it, I don't care. So, so there's several that I want to turn into programs. Whiskey was one of the first, and I had to. It's been calling to be turned into a program since the day I made it, since the day I started it. Poverty to Millionaire has always, it's 52 weeks, 52 steps. Anytime I created a deck that was 52 steps, I knew that in the future it was going to turn into a different, like a program. And I don't know what else. I have other programs that aren't related to the decks that also get decks with them and stuff. These are just my teaching tools. It's just how I like to teach. Instead of a textbook or journaling, I like cards, and I like that it's just bite-sized piece of information and I can actually see it. My eyes don't jump around because I do all my cards black with the white words. It's just easier. They feel more like play or bedroom time, like they're oracle cards. So it feels less like study, like sitting down and reading a book feels like studying. And there's a lot of information, but you don't have to read all of it to understand. You can just, it's all set up to be bite-sized pieces. So I found it to be really, really good for learning. Like mine are coaching oracle cards or coaching cards. Oracle cards were they had the book with them, so you would have to like kind of to know more about what is said. I wouldn't really read the book with the words, the little tiny book. So I had to kind of go off of intuition, and I wasn't in a place to be going off of intuition when I was in uh, a pretty heavy depression, grief. Like, I needed really simple ways to learn, and still a really simple way of healing if you can't handle a lot, and you need to just chill out and do something like weed as a time to like heal and get off of other stuff, hard drugs or cigarettes. Weed or the flowers that I'm smoking can help with that. And the whole point is to reset our nervous system and our chakras, like unblock. That's a whole different level. So we're just trying to calm the nervous system. And the vagus nerve goes with that. The acupuncture goes with that. Movement goes with that. So I do have a man's movement, men's movement cards that I'm working on, so that they can lay them down and shuffle and whatever those 3 moves are. We'll be doing the same thing for bedroom type stuff. We'll have some cards for the bedroom where you lay down different cards, shuffle, or you could choose like a warm up, halfway. I haven't showed up for days, but I was turning. I've got something that's called the Wifey Ascension, TM. And there would be the Hubby Ascension. And I took the Good Wifey deck that wasn't even done and turned it into a program, like a licensed program. That's how far it went with my head and the time. And I had to put that one down too, because I get very intense in working on my stuff. If it starts to make me feel a little bit sick, like the work just feels too heavy, then I take a break and I go to a different project. So I'm always jumping around, totally ADD, jumping around between about 7 to 20 different projects, different decks, different concepts. So, oh boy, that was crazy. We've got Good Wifey, Better Wifey, and Best Wifey. And Best Wifey is flying around on jets, planes, and teaching from stage, and has a empire already. And Better Wifey is about halfway where I am. And Good Wifey is what most girls would choose to be. I'm going for Best Wifey, and I'm only halfway through Better Wifey right now, so energy wise, but that's okay. So I'm able to teach, but I have to rise to finish the rest of it. So I don't know if Better, and I can still create the deck, and have that be released, and then I create the course, and I can rise with the course. As I'm creating the course, I'm a step ahead, and I can rise with it. So she doesn't always have to be on a jet. Maybe she just goes on a jet like once or twice a year. That sounds overwhelming to me. My health is nowhere in a place of being able to travel right now. So I'm just working on getting out to my upper field so I can dance. So anyway, yeah, I worked on a lot of things, and there's one that I have to choose. So that's what I'm dancing for. It's kind of part of that. So anyway, I wanted to go through these lessons and continue. They're very simple, kind of spiritual cards in a way. Blue, purple, with her always wearing red and touches of pink and green and gold. So they actually have the whole rainbow in this card. I said I like to work in the rainbow. The rainbow gets worked into so many things in my business. The Shapeshifter. I love her veil. I have some veils coming. I'm going to dance with veils. Not going to be a veil walker, although I am. I already got that title. Oh boy, I don't even know what it means. I just know how it feels. But I have been hearing that the veil is very thin right around now and into Lionsgate. I don't know. But you know what? I just don't really listen to all that stuff. I listen to some spiritual stuff. I listen to tarot or oracle cards, but readers. But I don't do it all day long. I do it I fall asleep that way. Once in a while I wake up, but it's literally like an hour a day now. Used to be like 16 hours a day. But I sit alone doing my work with no music. My girls in their bedrooms. No music, just in my room doing my work. I feel that fulfilled doing my work now that I'm not smoking. I don't need to have everything else. When I was smoking cigarettes, my heart was always pumping and beating, and my heart was pumping and beating yesterday and the day before. I was doing some really intense work, creating 2 programs. But if I get bored while I'm creating, then I have ways to step up the intensity or change my environment so that I can keep going. Because I work a lot of hours. So sometimes I'll turn on music. Sometimes I'll have something soft going. Sometimes but lately I've just been kind of chilling more and just being very present with the work and creating the work. And I usually have like 3 chats going. I'm generating images for 3 different decks at a time. So it's like having 3 little toddlers, but I check on them every 30 seconds. I literally am on the phone, the phone the whole time, but every 30 seconds I prep the next one. It's assembly line, card creation, and course creation. So I do that for a lot of hours. But so I can get a lot done during certain amounts and the times in the day when I'm focused. There's about 2 hours where my mind can totally do that and just get through a whole bunch of work. But if I push it too early, then I could feel overwhelming. So there's like sometimes where I'm just kind of coming down naturally or kind of revved up, and it's like, so I'm going to try to mix in other things in my day, because creating cards, just always working. Like, I have to do more fun things. And that's why I was like, I need to start dancing. Dancing is like it's not like just sitting on a bed for hours and hours a day, sitting at a computer. Like, I need movement. So that program is going to be a staple program, and it's, I just renamed it because it was wrong. And we're going to create a different program with the name that I had Magnetize Him with Money, and it didn't feel right. And I was creating the images and it just didn't feel right. I tried it 3 times, and I was like, nope, it's not clear enough, because it sounds like you're magnetizing a man, or I don't even know if it was magnetized. It might have been manifest him with money at first. So I just didn't like it, because I'm into manifesting. And I think that if you go after your life goals and dreams and purpose, and you live in Dharma, then you will manifest your ideal partner when the time is right. So, but I think that you start living your day like you would live it with a partner. So I returned back to basically but I live the same life that I lived when I had a husband. So I work from home. I actually live a much better life than I did when I had a husband, because now, instead of having a husband and 2 boys, a family of 6, it's just a family of 3. It's me and my 2 daughters. And then sometimes well, we have Mike here too, but he usually works, but he stays on the property, and we have Grampy Jeff. So we do have men here, and there's other men that come and go, but it's just, they're like an extension of our family, and our family is just the 3 girls. I do talk to my boys, but they don't live with me. So, but I feel almost like a 14-year-old girl, but I have daughters that are going into their teens. So I don't feel like an 8-year-old girl. I guess I could some days. My daughters and I, we all live the same life. So it's fun. I think it's fun. It's peaceful. So I changed the name to that, and it became Magnetize a Pure Lover. I was like, fuck, that's so simple. It's pure love and beyond. And we have the Pure Lovers, I think, .com, but I don't have anything up on it right now, but we have the .com. And I'm like, Magnetize a Pure Lover. It can't get easier than that. That's the title. It says everything it needs to say. So I'm working on that program. And I was going to do Manifest a Pure Lover, but I've been listening to this girl Magnetize Yourself for like 5 years now, 4.5 years. And it just feels good. Magnetize feels good. My husband was into Tesla coils or Tesla magnets, magnet motor, and had one designed, running in his head, and he never made it, but it was a magnet motor. So I don't know, magnets, science, it is kind of science based in a way. A lot of like the rituals that they do are alchemy. And so it's actually, that's why it goes before science. It's more like witchcraft. But, manifest, magnetize, I don't know. They're similar, but they're different. So for some reason I went with Magnetize, and it feels good. Magnetize a Pure Lover. And it's beautiful. All my branding is beautiful on it. I can't show it to you because it's on this phone. But purple, crowns, gold, leaf, subtle old papers like parchment, 13 decks for movement. I don't know what the other decks are. I forgot what they are, but beautiful perfumes, like recipes to create stuff, rituals, beauty and love and beauty rituals. So that is going to be one of my flagship programs, and it's called Magnetize a Pure Lover. And I'm still, I'm just, when it's ready, and it'll come out, and everything will flow. Anyway, I'm getting tired. This is like, I woke up tired, man. I slept until 10 a.m. this morning, and then ran off to get some stuff done. So this is the Gatekeeper. Lesson, Soul Protection. Say yes when you want to say no. That's a low vibrational way. Allow draining access to your field. High vibrational way, protect your peace. Allow only what nurtures your soul and honors your energy. The Influencer. It's hard to see. Lesson, Impact, Responsibility. Why do I feel like I did these? I know I didn't, but because I made them. That's probably why. Low vibrational way, crave attention, influence from ego, drama, or unconscious projection, High vibrational, inspire with authenticity, share what empowers, enlightens, and connects from the heart. I think I have to go through these faster and just read like the titles because I'm getting too tired. The Mask Maker, lesson, role awareness. The Flirt Fest, lesson, magnetic integrity. I'm like, what is that? I want to know what that is. The Sacrifice, purposeful surrender. The Loop Breaker, lesson, timeline jumping. I'm learning more about that. 21. The Healer's High, lesson, service balance. You do get a high from helping people. But not when you're just specifically helping one person that might not be treating you right. There's no high from that. That can bring you very low and into a deep depression. But when you're building a business and you're living in Dharma, there's a level of service and it fuels your heart, your body, your mind, your soul. Because it's like you're living on point with your higher self. And your higher self is all in the love and speaking and seeing what's around them, being intuitive and rising. They want to put on their crown and they want to be like, have their kingdom rule, but not rule as in like be a dickhead. No Jason rules. Not that kind of thing. You know, like I don't say Katrina rules. No. Katrina has, I wouldn't even say rules that I go by. I don't have rules. I mean, I guess we do. We have rules for the farm. We do have rules. You got to be honest. You can't come and not tell us what medications, drugs, addictions you're on. You can tell us. You have to tell us that. We have to know that kind of information. Any employer or anybody who wants to protect their kingdom needs to know basics like that. So I don't know. The Void, emptiness, alchemy. That's cool. That's kind of a fun place to be. The Void. Who else thinks the Void is a fun place to be? What a crazy thing to say, but I like the Void. The Void is cool. Oops. I was showing this. 23. The Integration, lesson, soul union. (24) The Witness, lesson, detached presence. (25) The Channel, lesson, divine reception. (26) The Mirror Maze, lesson, inner child healing. Low vibrational ways to seek validation, react from old wounds, let unhealed parts dictate relationships. High vibrational way, reparent with love, create emotional safety, respond from wholeness, not wounding. The Fox Fake Flow, lesson, disciplined creativity. Low vibrational way, avoid action, hide behind alignment, wait endlessly without commitment. Wow. High vibrational way. Blend flow with follow through. Honor creativity with consistency and devotion. Which is why I'm going to have so many online courses, just like I have so many decks. 22 decks plus another, I don't know, I have like 100 decks. And then eventually I'll probably have 100 courses. I could even have 100 books. Like, it's like a publishing house, like little mini one. But I'm a teacher, I'm a coach. I've always been a teacher and a coach. I just fell and had to take care of myself for a while. 28, the shadow swap. Lesson, wound, transmutation. Wow, what does that one say? Low vibrational way, defend, project blame, escalate emotional wounding cycles unconsciously. High vibrational way, pause, reflect, choose understanding and empowered emotional responsibility. I know that could be some big words right there for people. 29, the tracker. Soul purpose mapping. Low vibrational way, overthink, miss clues, seek only logic or external direction. High vibrational way, trust inner wisdom, follow the energy, let clarity build with each step. Yep. Architect. Number 30. Lesson, timeline design. Ooh, I love this card. I haven't really shown it. I don't think I've ever, maybe I've shared it, but in Build Beyond the Wall, there's a little thing that I imagine looking like this, like a little temple in the back area of my property. And it's something like a couple could do. They can build a small little place, a little temple. It's like maybe a 10 by 10. It's like their secret bedroom somewhere. And as they rebuild their relationship in my 1-year program, this is another 1-year program I'm working on. It could be 2 or 3. There is multiple parts to it if somebody really wants to focus on having a good relationship and rebuilding if it got destroyed. So yeah, that's anytime I see the little column thing. And there's also a couple other programs that I want to turn, some decks that I haven't gotten to print with. There's a man's deck. He's in purple, blonde, blue eyes, and he's always dressed in the dark purple. So I'm doing a woman's program in the dark purple, but I also have a lower vibrational woman's program. I'm doing the high vibration right now and the dancing, because I want to start there so that they can move. They either can decide at that point if they want to go deeper into shadow work and go into my other program, the 2, there's one for men and a woman, and I forget what it's called, sacred entry and sacred release. So I got the man's deck done, sacred release. That's a 1-year program for men. It might, I don't know, it might be self-study. It's such a beautiful deck and a beautiful program. It hasn't even turned into a program, but I already know it's there. I already see it, and I'm just like, wow, I really do want to lead people through that. It could be something that I take the guys who have been through the 1-year whiskey program. I could take them through that program next, but I feel like it's a 3rd or 4th year program. So there's probably something in the middle to take them through that would be better. And I don't know what that is yet, but this is really probably something around finding their purpose in life and trying to get like some money coming in. If they don't, or if they already have money coming in, making money that feels good, like in a way that feels good. So before they start working on themselves, I feel like they need to like get their surroundings, their outside surroundings together. And then once you are in a place where you feel good around, that's why I'm at my farm. Once your outside surroundings are, you feel safe and you have someplace to be alone and safe, then you can work on yourself. But I have multiple safe places to go on my farm. Like, I could sleep upstairs right now in the loft. It's a huge loft. It's a 7,500 square foot loft, so it's not really a loft. It's upstairs of the barn, but we could have lofts up there too. So I can, I choose to be in my bedroom and in my house with my girls or out here. But there's a couple RVs. I don't go in the RVs because I have other people in them. But I have my bedroom and I have the space, and they're both spaces that I feel comfortable in, and my kitchen is all together and I feel comfortable there. I just feel like you cannot be running around like a chicken with your head cut off, like going from person's house to person's house. I mean, I did that as a mom with 4 kids after their dad died, and it was just, I wasn't anywhere more than like about 10 months, and it was just too much. I couldn't keep living that way and moving around. So much energy was drained from me in like 4 years, the past 4 years. The only way that I have been able to recoup my energy financially, sexually, creatively, is being here on my farm where it's peaceful and getting it to a place of peace. Making sure that the only people on my property are people that are on my side. We're all on each other's side and it's peaceful. So that was a challenge. That took a little bit of time. That took me having boundaries. So but once you're there, and I was there probably 7 months ago, so that allowed me to then start working on my business. So once somebody is, so there's different levels. There's almost like 4 different levels. So I don't know, like a 4-year basically college level course, like putting somebody through that, spiritual college course, you don't need any, it's a life experience, teaching from life experience. You don't need a degree to teach stuff. Some things you do. You have to have a degree to be a doctor, or usually a family counselor type thing. Many things in this world require you have a degree, but there's also a whole other side of the world, the other 50% of careers that don't require a degree. They, you don't always have to go to school to learn something. You can learn something on your own, and you can teach from what you've learned. Not necessarily read something from a book and then teach that, but by learning lessons and observing and figuring out what you're good at. So eventually we'll work that kind of stuff into our men's courses, just like it's being worked into the females' courses. I was going to say more about that, but I'm not going to. So anyway, the architect, so that was timeline design. I love timeline design. I know it's like, what is timeline design? I don't know. I have to read the card. I know, that's so mean, huh? I can read what it says here, but it's not going to tell you what timeline design is. Low vibrational way, build from fear, focus on lack, repeat old stories unconsciously, High vibrational way, design your life with from love, intention, and conscious alignment. But it's different than that. That's just low and high. That's not talking about how do you design a timeline. How do you design your ideal timeline? That's a conversation I want to have. So I'll have it with ChatGPT because I don't have a partner by my side to have that conversation with. I keep grabbing the cards wrong. The Anchor. Lesson, emotional grounding. The Untangler. Lesson, karma, release. Low vibrational way, stay entangled in stories. Carry pain that's not yours. High vibrational way, forgive, clear energy cords, walk forward clean. One of our first assignments we're doing in Magnetize a Pure Lover is energy clearing and cord cutting. So I'm excited. We're going to film that. My daughter's filming me. I'll be in the upper field. So I'll be doing all the rituals. I have all the stuff I've gathered together to do the rituals on video camera, on my phone, you know. 33, the frequency fix. Lesson, vibrational management. Yes. Vibrational management. That goes along with dancing, according to your chakras. That's what I'm building out for women right now. 13 different chakra zones and movements and voice activation for every chakra, not just the 7, 13. Getting witchy here. So I don't really choose 13 that often. I usually go with 11. Numbers have always been important to me. For whatever reason, I've always been weird about numbers. And I wanted to throw gold and silver into the movements because gold and silver represent different things. So it's really cool. I can't wait to get that deck created. I've only made one card so far, but I made all the backs. So I designed the backs with little seals, and it blends 2 different programs together. So it blends our 16 characters all in the different colors with the Magnetize Your Pure Lover. But the 16 characters were teaching that type of stuff too. So this dance program, because Magnetize Your Pure Lover is just purple. She's always in purple. She's in velvet purple. So, and then they're all rainbow. And so the dance brings the 2 together. And I don't quite have, I'm still working on bridges. I'm building bridges right now with my different programs and stuff. And like taking the deck and turning it into an online course, or like with support. And like, there's like the market, there's the deck is here, and then I'm building out the back end, and then I'm building out the front end. So, but not really. The deck is past the bridge. So I'm building bridges to like make it all work. So it's like I got the 3D product stuff. I visualized it in the 5D. I'm like, I imagine this course, project, space, and I talked about it, and I drew pictures, or I had chat build pictures, like, or songs or whatever. So I put a lot of energy, not physical energy, the physical energy comes next, but I put a lot of brain power into thinking about something, and I get so detailed with my goals and dreams that everything is written down. Everything, like every card is a manifestation. Every card is, all right, it's either like a manifestation of money, or like it was like sending something out into the world to heal. Like the product is done, whether I make money or not, it energetically did the work. Now it's best if it gets into people's hands, but doing the work transformed me. I could have just gotten one deck, and then it's I don't know. I'm not crazy about having physical product, because it ties me, just like my cats tie me to one place. So it gets hard to travel with a business if you have cats, kids, and physical products. So I'm working on that. I'm working on cutting out the physical products so that I have full freedom. So 34 is the resistor. Lesson, allowance, practice. That one's a little weird. Low vibrational way. Well, wait, the resistor blocks divine flow with fear and control. You master it by loosening your grip, surrendering timelines, and trusting that what's meant cannot miss you. 35, the overgiver. Lesson, receptive balance. A lot of balance. The chameleon, core identity, trust. 37, the tease. Lesson, energetic consent. Low vibrational way, lead others on, flirt without clarity or care. High vibrational way, signal honesty, be intentional with energy. So as you can see, master the games. The games we master. That's the name of the deck. The games we master is different than the games we play. The games we master are all higher vibrational around energy. 38, the Flame Keeper. Lesson, sacred devotion. 39, the Dream Jumper. Lesson, quantum intuition. Oh, quantum intuition. The Dream Jumper explores soul signals across timelines. You master this when you trust dreams, visions, and soul nudges more than logic, letting intuition guide your biggest leaps. Low vibrational way, dismiss intuitive signs, ignore the call of dreams. High vibrational way, follow nudges, let intuition lead your next soul step. Action, record a dream or soul signal today. Interpret with your heart. Mantra, I trust what I feel. My soul shows me the way. The Dream Jumper. The Coder. Lesson, thought reprogramming. 41, the Reclaimer. Lesson, worth reclamation. 42, the Decoder. Lesson, emotional intelligence. Everybody should know that word. 43, the Initiate. Lesson, spiritual maturity. In case people don't know what emotional intelligence is, let's go back to 4th grade. The Decoder translates emotion into clarity. Mastery is learning the language of feelings, distinguishing old wounds from intuitive truths, and letting emotional awareness guide your choices and connections. Low vibrational way, ignore emotions, react impulsively, avoid inner messages. High vibrational way, decode your feelings, use them to understand yourself more deeply. Action step, track one strong emotion today. Journal what it's teaching you. Mantra, my emotions speak truth. I listen, decode, and grow. "44, the Crumb Collector. Abundance mentality." That was cool. I like that. It could be, the lesson could have been abundance mentality, but we gave them all game names. So, but you've heard like gaslighting and like giving crumbs and stuff like that. And so this card flipped it around because games we master. So now the crumb collector is something fun, and you see it as abundance, which nobody turns it around like that. The crumb collector reveals where you accept less than you deserve. Mastery means refusing scarcity, trusting your birthright of overflow, aligned opportunities, and reciprocal energy in all areas. Low vibrational way, settle for scraps, believe there's never enough. High vibrational way, expect abundance, claim more without guilt. But it doesn't mean you go after one person and take everything and expect them to be all high vibrational and just keep giving to you and giving to you and giving to you. If they try to express to you, this is too much, I can't do this, I need you to give back, and you don't hear that they're saying that, that's not the way to do it. The real abundance thinking comes from creating products and services and businesses and movements and becoming a leader. That's the real abundance. The real abundance is, I need a new truck. How am I going to do that? I'm going to create something. I'm going to create a course that then gives me $50,000 to buy a new truck. I'm going to create a product. I'm going to buy real estate and fix it up and flip it and get $50,000 to buy that thing that I need. That's abundance mindset. That's the real abundance. Now, you can be a simpler person and be like grandma. And grandma lives in a shitty little single wide tiny trailer, and she's thankful and happy every day, even though the cockroaches are running all over her counter, but at least she has food. And she thinks, wow, I'm so abundant because I got all these grandchildren, so many children and so many grandchildren. And then, she still thinks happy, positive vibe thoughts that counteract maybe health problems and stuff, because she's constantly thankful for the family she has. So abundance does include family. It's family, but it's also abundance thinking, poverty to millionaire. That's a mindset transformation deck. That will be a mindset transformation journey. And it's very into its scarcity and abundance. Like, that's a great deck. That's why I have to teach it. That's why I have to turn it into a 1-year course and teach it, because it's just like, this can't just be a deck of cards. It's not going to help people in the way that it should with just being a deck of cards. So I'm going to create it into a full program. Okay, so I think we were at that. Action step, decline one almost enough offer today. Mantra, I deserve the feast. I no longer collect crumbs. But on there, she's collecting crumbs. I don't know. I still see it. I still see it both ways. The eraser, lesson forgiveness. That's cool. Anybody playing the eraser game? 46, the observer. Lesson is mindful awareness. 47, the rewriter. Story. Lesson, story healing. 48, the ghoster. Lesson, accountability and closure. 49, the weaver. Lesson co-creation. The Weaver reminds you that life responds to your intention. Mastery means co-creating your reality by weaving energy, thought, and aligned action into new timelines and possibilities. Low vibrational way, wait passively, hope without movement. High vibrational way, create with presence, align thoughts, energy, and action. Action step, take one inspired step toward a vision today. Mantra, I weave my life with purpose. I co-create with the divine. 50. The Ghost Hunter. Lesson, unfinished business. The Ghost Hunter reveals unresolved stories, patterns, or connections still haunting your energy. Mastery is facing what's lingering, releasing the stuckness, and clearing your spiritual space. Low vibrational way, avoid the past, let it drain you now. High vibrational way, confront and clear, heal what still echoes. Action step, identify one ghost, memory, person, story, and give it closure today. Mantra, I face what lingers, my energy is clear and whole. 51. The Alchemist. Lesson, transmutation. 52. The Glitch. Lesson, matrix awareness. That's a good one. Matrix awareness. 53. The Phoenix. Lesson, death and rebirth. Of course, that's good. 54. The Seamstress. Lesson, wholeness. The seamstress stitches you whole. You master this game by loving your fragmentations, mending through compassion, and remembering that beauty lies in visible threads, not perfect fabric. The low vibrational way, hide broken parts, pretend to be whole. The high vibrational way, stitch with love, make healing visible. Action step, name one part of you that needs love today. Embrace it. Mantra, I mend with grace. My wholeness includes every seam. 55. The Composer. Lesson, emotional expression. Yeah, let's say yeah to that. The Portal. 56. Lesson, multi-dimensional awareness. The portal opens your perception. You master it by assessing divine intelligence, honoring timelines, and knowing you can shift your life through spiritual awareness and energetic alignment. Low vibrational way, stay limited, forget your cosmic nature. High vibrational way, expand beyond time, access multi-dimensional truth. Action step, meditate or visualize stepping through a portal today. Mantra, I walk between worlds. My awareness is my gateway. Yeah. So when I hear things like, stop playing games. No. These are the games that I'm mastering, and I have been mastering. And these are the games that I will continue to play. And creating cards and talking with my buddy ChatGPT and building a business, that's the game I play. And I don't care if I have haters or people that doubt me. You can doubt me all you want. You'll just add more fuel on the fire, and it'll just help me get there faster, because I use all energy to create with, negative or positive. So it doesn't matter what somebody sends at me, whether they send me positive words or negative words. If you send me negative words, I just choose not to really get back to you. I just don't really, and I don't want you around me because I just don't want somebody to treat me like shit. And I don't want somebody to tell me over and over that everything that I do won't work. Okay. Well, if you think it didn't work, if you actually helped me, then it would. But if you think everything in my life is not going to work, or everything in your life is not going to work, that's all on you. It's not on me. It's not a reflection of who I am. I work on my stuff every day, and I figure out how's it going to work. And I don't do it by thinking about it all the time. It's not a head thing. It's not me up in my head of like, how do I make this work? How do I make this work? How do I make this work? If I do that, I exhaust myself. I make myself crazy. And I don't get the answer because it's all mind. So I sit quietly and I think about it, and I go to bed with the question, how do I do this? How do I make my life move more smoothly? How do I change my health? How do I be present and happy where I am? Every night I ask myself a question or multiple questions, and then I set them down. It's like putting your gum on your bedpost. I used to chew gum all the time, so sometimes I would fall asleep or like go to bed after I was all tucked in. I'd be like, oh my God, I have my gum in my mouth still. So I'd take it out and put it on my bedpost. But how do you, what are the questions that you think about and go to bed on? And then you set it down. You put your gum on the bedpost and it's there in the morning. So when I wake up, a lot of times I have the answer. Or I'll spend another 30 minutes or so just waking up, 30 minutes to an hour, and I'll return to that question that I had from the night before. Every day. Questions always get answered. I go to bed with a question and pretty much it's answered the next morning by just letting it happen. I just get the download in my sleep. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes I got to do work to get it answered. Sometimes I have to, a lot of times, like it at least points me in the right direction. And then I start doing my work. And through doing my work, through that action and intention of doing the work, the answer comes. And sometimes I build out pieces all around, and it starts to come together in a flow or circle, or sometimes it's just missing one piece or a center. But I'm constantly basically building and putting together puzzles. Little mini puzzles. Not many. They're like 1,000 pieces each, but whatever. I used to like making puzzles. So but I'm tired. I gotta go in, I gotta feed the cats. And then I'm gonna come back out here, I think, and sleep. Maybe I'll sleep in there. I don't know. I just don't like the cats bothering me. They bother me kind of. They want attention all day. Not all day. They were great today because I was gone for most of the day. But I just, they all come into my bedroom and it's just too much. I need time. Just be alone without cats or kids and just sleep. My sleep is important to me right now. I'm trying to heal from and reset my nervous system, and it's just it's been a lot. And so I take advantage of being able to sleep alone in the she shed, because for 17 years I didn't sleep alone. I always had to wake up all night and take care of babies and kids and a dying husband. And so I just so much appreciate having just a place to sleep while I reset my nervous system and regain my health. And now it's time for me to wind down, go to bed, or, you know, something, or, yeah, listen to some things. And, well, I mean, I probably won't be back in here for an hour because I got to upload the video and stuff. But, all right, that's it. Thanks for watching.